Alright, so Fred Vasseur has admitted there is a department within Ferrari that needs to improve, but he declined to reveal which one. Ferrari's start to the 2023 season has been a less than stellar one, with Charles Leclerc retiring from the first race before starting 10 places back in Saudi Arabia. Carlos Sainz, meanwhile, could only muster P4 in Bahrain before a P6 in Jeddah. It is not the encouraging start that either Ferrari fans or Vasseur would have wanted for 2023, considering their massive drop-off in 2022. But still, the season is young, and as such, there is time for Vasseur to whip the Ferrari team into shape, and he has gone as far as to admit there is a particular department he has his eyes on. The Frenchman told the media that he keeps the name of the department to himself, but has also encouraged every facet of the team to focus on savings so that it can go on improving the car. Unfortunately for Vasseur, there is a long list of departments he could potentially be referencing. For starters, there is a reliability side, with the engine proving a particularly difficult part to maintain so far this season. Leclerc has already made his way through his allocation of electronic control units, although one that was previously discarded will be available again later in the season, and became the unlucky recipient of the first grid penalty. Also, if you're enjoying this video, then a sub to the channel would be amazing. Indeed, the engine was an area that Sainz focused on for improvement, describing it as a bad situation. Away from the engine, the obvious cause of many of the problems last season was the team strategy. Ferrari went from title contenders to a laughingstock as they repeatedly shot themselves in the foot in 2022. It seemed as if the same people who made those calls would still be in the job come 2023, but Inaki Rueda was replaced in favor of Davinci shortly before the season got underway. The final area they need to improve if they have any hope of a title push in 2023 is performance, but that comes across many areas. Ferrari have finished at least 48 seconds behind the winner in both races so far this season and do not even have the second fastest car on the grid at the moment. The aero team, the power unit team, and many other teams that all work to get the maximum performance out of a car will be under pressure to cut some of the gap between themselves and Red Bull. Given there are so many problems at Ferrari, a former F1 driver has cast doubt on the future of Charles Leclerc at Ferrari as the problems continue to mount at the Scuderia. Leclerc, second in the 2022 Drivers' Championship, was left seething after the season opener in Bahrain after being forced to retire with engine problems. And that was followed by a bleak weekend in Saudi Arabia, with the Monegasque man and teammate Carlos Sainz notably off the pace as they finished 7th and 6th respectively. Leclerc was forced to start the race from 12th after being handed a 10-place grid penalty for a third power unit change. And to exacerbate the matters, the chief car concept engineer David Sanchez has left for McLaren, with new team principal Fred Vasseur already said to be fed up with the problems. Amid the crisis, ex-German driver Christian Daner, who raced 47 times in F1, has questioned whether Leclerc will now see out the remainder of his contract, which expires at the end of 2024. He also cited a radio flare-up between the 25-year-old and the team engineers in Jeddah as an indication that relations have broken down. Speaking to the press, Daner said, "For me, these are indications. Having to have such discussions in a race is unbelievable. Ferrari 6th and 7th in a race that the Italians had promised so much, that's a total disaster." He added, "Leclerc is a young man who wants to be world champion, an ambition that already looks beyond him this year as he lies 38 points off leader Max Verstappen. And the current gap in pace between Red Bull and the rest is unlikely to be breached in time for the Scuderia to mount any kind of serious challenge." Another former German driver in Ralf Schumacher has also weighed in. He believes the team are suffering from the politics of late owner Sergio Macchioni. The Italian, who died in 2007, aged 66, firmly believed in staff members comprising of Italians. Current boss Fred Vasseur breaks that mold, but Schumacher doesn't believe he's yet in the position to inspire his team to a first F1 title since 2007. He learned motorsport from scratch, and he seems to have great social skills, who finds the right approach to get the maximum out of each employee. But I still don't think they will be a world championship candidate, even though I would like it to be because of the tension. So what do you think Ferrari needs to improve on? Let me know in the comments below. Now check out why there might be a new tire manufacturer in F1 by clicking on this video.